So we actually have some good news. And yes, it is true. Lawmakers are in agreement. They are now discussing the possibility of $4,500 in payments to the American people. Yes, this is true. So I'm going to break down where this $4,500 could go. Why is this now being discussed? What's the big catalyst? What's the difference? Why is this all coming out now? Well, we got news on that. We got some reports. Want to break down what's going on, how this could potentially impact you, and how this could change your financial situation. First, all I ask is if you enjoy these daily updates, do me a favor, takes just 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and we'll begin. So here's the thing. Over the past few years, we've seen a lot of different reports. We've seen reports on, fixed income households really struggling. We've seen reports on, households with children really struggling. We've seen reports where the people that own their home are struggling to stay in it. Now we're starting to get reports that people with credit card debt are struggling just to keep up with their payments. Well, all this is going to change, and not necessarily for the better, because in the next month, we are going to see millions and millions of people have to start making payments to their student loan debt. Now, this is going to impact us, but this does not play any role in the $4,500 payments. I'm going to address what is currently being discussed. Now, keep in mind, these payments, even though both sides are in agreement, we got Democrats that agree, yes, we need to see more payments, and we got Republicans that say, yes, we agree as well. However, we need to make sure this bill is written correctly. That is where things are currently at. So, what is currently being discussed? Well, this $4,500, this is actually for children. Yeah, this is for households with children. So families can actually go to work. Families can put food on the table. Families can put clothing on their children. But keep in mind, Democrats are also saying, that's great, we agree. However, what about people on a fixed income? What about people on Social Security? What about those collecting Medicare? Why are they being overlooked? And so even though it's Republicans that are saying we want to bring back this child tax credit payment, but we also want to include it for unborn babies, well, this is creating a massive problem for Democrats. Let me explain. First off, this is proposed by Congresswoman Ashley Hinson and Senator Marco Rubio. This has been discussed in the past, but they are bringing this back. So here's how it works. Right now, children that are between or under the age of 6, so 5 and really an unborn child, would actually receive payments. They'd get $4,500 per year, which comes out to $375 per month. And let me know down in the comment section below, what would $375 per month do for you? Could you continue to pay your bills? Would that pay your car payment? Could that actually pay for food? Would that, what would that do for you? Let me know. Now, this $375, this also includes retroactive payments to unborn babies. Again, because Republicans, there's a lot of talks on abortion and pro-life, and again, all this stuff's happening right now. This is Republicans' way of saying we are pro-life. So we will see what happens there. For children that are between the ages of 6 and 17, they would actually get $3,500 per year, which comes out to about $291.66 per month. So that's the payment breakdown. The one of the changes is that in order to get this, you actually have to be working. You have to be employed. Okay? Now, let's address some of the other issues. Why is this now being discussed? Well, for one, this is now being discussed because Well, Democrats have been wanting this all along. Republicans have been wanting some type of a child tax credit as well. But the reason why they're now discussing this is because new bills are starting to prop up. And the reason why they're propping up is because the Senate comes back from recess on September 5th. The House of Representatives come back from recess on September 12th. And they have until the end of September to pass the fiscal year 2024 appropriations bills. That's the reason why they're discussing all this now, simply because they're like, well, we got to do something, because if we don't, well, how are we going to get these 12 bills actually passed? Well, that's part of the problem. But here's some other issues. Democrats say they want to include, other pieces of legislation in the appropriations bill for fiscal year 2024. Republicans saying, you know what? Probably easier, probably better if it's a clean bill without any other legislation. That's one of the issues. So now Republicans are throwing in their own bill, throwing the bill into the hat and saying, hey, let's discuss this one too. Okay? But keep in mind, Democrats, they're not for a $4,500 bill. What they want is $3,500, or actually, $3,600, and $3,000 for children between the ages of 6 and 17. We got other lawmakers that are proposing $4,200 and $3,600 for children between the ages of 6 and 17. So there's multiple bills out there for the child tax credit payments, but it's not always about that exact bill. It's about what are others not getting. What are others losing because of this newly added bill? Let's talk about that. Because here's the other thing. President Biden, as of Thursday, he is asking for $24 billion to go straight to Ukraine. And according to Reuters, it says it's testing bipartisan support in Congress. Well, of course it is. You know why? Because President Biden and Democrats want to see another $24 billion go to Ukraine. You know what Republicans say? First off, that's too much money. That's too much money. We can't agree to that. And the second thing is, we have to take that $24 billion from some other piece of legislation, and we have to redistribute it to Ukraine. So where are you going to make the cuts? That's what Republicans are asking. That's fine. We can provide an additional $10 billion, but where are you going to take that $10 billion from? We're not just going to go deeper and deeper into debt. Where are you going to take that money from? And that's where Congress is like, I don't know. Well, we can't do it. Can't cut Social Security, can't cut SNAP benefits, can't cut veterans benefits, can't cut all these things. So where's the money coming from? Well, that's what President Biden's going to have to figure out. Well, here's another massive problem. This says Republicans are all for expanding the child tax credit payments, but want this funding pulled from other current legislation. So just to give you an idea, if we have the expanded child tax credit payments, according to the Congressional Budget Office, they say this is going to run about $105 billion per year. Okay? $105 billion. This is for child tax credit payments for $3,000 and $3,600, not for $4,500. Okay? $4,500 and $3,500. That would take us probably closer to $140, probably $150 billion per year. So what what Republicans are saying is we have to pull that, we have to, kind of recalculate, take that $150 billion from other pieces of legislation. Gotta take it so we can spend it here, because we're not going deeper into debt. And Democrats say, well, for number one, that is not possible. That's a non-starter. They also say they want to include more funding to Social Security and to Medicare. And I completely understand that. People on fixed incomes, people on lower income households have struggled for the past few years. And so now that the economy is starting to turn around, unemployment was kind of going down. Now you know where it's at, right? Inflation was going down. Now we went from 3% up to 3.2%. It's pretty much stabilized. But all these things are happening for the economy. And now what we're hearing from Democrats is, well, now that things are a little bit better, let's give some of that money to people on a fixed income, to people that are struggling, to the lower income households. Okay. Well, Democrats say that the problem is that fixed income households have been struggling for so long, but yet have been overlooked every single time. Well, they say this is not that time. Now, I wish that was true. I wish, people on Social Security and Medicare and those actually needing these benefits could actually get these benefits and maybe even get more. But it's highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely in a divided Congress that at this time wants to ensure that we don't go deeper into debt and we actually claw money back. So keep that in mind. Here's another problem. And this problem is actually, even though I say this is a problem, the thing that you need to keep in mind is that yes, it is a problem, but it is something that we can come to an agreement on. Democrats say they are demanding child tax credit payments be included this year. Okay. Well, Republicans say they are demanding that corporate tax breaks be included this year. Keep in mind this. Right now, according to multiple reports, if the three corporate tax breaks, the main three that Republicans are asking for, first off, they would actually bring in about I think it's like 65 to $70 billion per year. Okay, or that's what it would cost. Democrats are saying that, well, we can't agree to those because one of those pieces of one of those tax credits, okay, one of those tax breaks is actually to go against the SALT tax deduction, which is actually for pretty much benefits Democrats because it's mostly Democratic states. Because what happens is there's a SALT tax, okay, state and local tax, okay. For Democrats in these states, they pay state taxes, but when they pay state taxes, that money that they pay, that doesn't have to go to the federal government. Okay, the money that they pay there, they can deduct it off of what they are paying, what their income was. And Republicans say, no, we shouldn't do that. That doesn't make sense. And so Republicans are saying we need to get rid of this, and Democrats are saying, this is one thing that we absolutely need. So as of right now, the both parties are in agreement that yes, we need to get this done. We need to provide up to $4,500 in payments to households with children. But at the same time, how do they get that done? Democrats are stuck on $3,000 and $3,600 payments. Republicans say $3,500 and $4,500. But what is actually going to happen? Well, that's what we're going to find out soon enough. Because again, even though lawmakers are on recess, we're going to have answers very soon. As we do, I promise I'll come back and I will fill you in on all the latest news and updates. All you got to do is two things. First off, hit the like button on this video. Also, click that subscribe button so you never miss an update. And I will see you guys on the next one.